On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Capital.
A building that houses a legislative assembly, especially the U.S. Congress.
Examples:
The nation's capital. Capitol Hill hearing. The Capitol building was a stunning example of classical architecture, with its marble columns and grand dome.
Singe.
To burn something slightly or superficially, usually by mistake.
Examples:
Singe off the hair over the flames. Singe the edges of a fabric. I didn't realize the iron was still hot and singed my dress.
Infernal.
Relating to hell or the underworld, characterized by evil or wickedness, extremely unpleasant or irritating.
Examples:
Infernal headache. Infernal noise. The infernal heat wave made it difficult to sleep at night.
Ape.
A large animal with long arms, no tail, and usually a lot of body hair, including gorillas, chimpanzees, orangutans, and gibbons.
Examples:
Jungle ape. Play the ape. The scientist studied the behavior of apes in the wild.
Displace.
To force someone or something to leave their home or place of origin, especially as a result of conflict, natural disaster, or manipulation.
Examples:
Displace workers. Displace the explosive power. The construction of the new dam will displace hundreds of families living downstream.
Trespass.
To enter someone's private property without permission or legal authority. To infringe upon or violate someone's rights, boundaries, or personal space.
Examples:
Trespass against his rights. Trespass into the country's waters. The sign warns visitors not to trespass on private property.
Presume.
To suppose or assume something to be true, often without sufficient evidence or proof. To take liberties, behave impolitely, or overstep one's bounds, often due to arrogance or ignorance.
Examples:
Presume innocence. Presume on his tolerance. I presume you've already made plans for the weekend since you didn't respond to my invitation.
Indefinite.
Without any fixed or defined limit, vague or unclear, lasting for an unknown or unspecified period of time.
Examples:
Indefinite period. Indefinite number. The company's financial troubles have resulted in an indefinite hiring freeze.
Trespasser.
Someone who unlawfully enters or intrudes upon someone else's property or land without permission. A person who intentionally or unintentionally violates boundaries, rules, or limits.
Examples:
Trespasser on private property. Deal with a trespasser. The property owner caught a trespasser in the backyard and called the police.
Immemorial.
Extending back beyond memory or record, very old.
Examples:
Immemorial relationship. From immemorial times. The ancient ruins had been there since immemorial, and their origin was mysterious.
Landowner.
A person or entity that owns the land, typically for agricultural or commercial use, a title or status indicating ownership of land.
Examples:
Feudalistic landowner. Absentee landowner. The large landowner had a team of foresters to manage the timber on his properties.
Transcontinental.
Spanning or crossing an entire continent or continents.
Examples:
Transcontinental pipeline. Transcontinental flight. The Transcontinental Railway was a major engineering feat that helped connect the east and west coasts of the United States.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night. Cartel. A group of businesses or organizations that join together to control the production and distribution of a particular product or service, often to limit competition and increase profits.
Examples:
Cartel agreement. Drug cartel. The chocolate cartel was formed to control the price and supply of cocoa to chocolate manufacturers.
Repertoire.
The range or variety of skills, abilities, performances, or works that a person or group is capable of producing or performing, the entire body of works that is available to an individual or group to choose from when performing or producing something.
Examples:
Musical repertoire. Cooking repertoire. The chef's repertoire of dishes includes both classic and innovative recipes.
Revolt.
To take violent action against authority, especially government or ruler.
Examples:
Revolt against existing ways of thinking. Revolt against the dictator. The people tried to revolt to oust the tyrant.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Revive.
To bring back to life, consciousness, or strength, to restore.
Examples:
Revive my energy. Revive an old friendship. They revived the tradition of holding a parade on the main street every year.
Remix.
To compose a piece of media that has been altered or contorted from its original state by adding, removing, or changing elements of the item.
Examples:
Remix a couple of tracks. Remix the album. He remixed the tracks to give them a jazz feel.
Recreate.
To make something that existed previously happen or appear to exist again.
Examples:
Recreate a single country. Recreate the feeling of the 1920s. She recreated the atmosphere of the pre-war age with her stage setting.
Greet.
To say hello to someone, to express welcome on meeting someone.
Examples:
Greet a customer. Greet an idea. He greeted his friends with a warm smile and a hug.
Presumption.
An idea or belief taken to be true without proof or confirmation, an assumption or hypothesis based on incomplete evidence or understanding, a forward or audacious attitude or behavior that assumes too much authority or familiarity.
Examples:
Presumption against forfeiture. Presumption of guilt. It is a common presumption that doctors know best, but patients should always ask questions and be informed about their healthcare decisions.
Extremism.
The holding of extreme political or religious views, actions or beliefs that fall outside of what is considered acceptable or reasonable.
Examples:
Violent extremism. Political extremism. The rise of far-right extremism has sparked concern among many civil rights organizations.
Abolitionist.
A person who advocates for the abolition, the act of doing away with something, of slavery or some other practice considered unjust.
Examples:
Slavery abolitionist. Women's rights abolitionist. Harriet Tubman was a well-known abolitionist who fought for the freedom of enslaved people.
Beget.
To cause or produce something as a result or effect, to become the father of.
Examples:
Beget children. Beget fear. His irresponsible behavior may beget many problems for him in the future.
Bribery.
The practice or attempt of offering something, usually money, to gain an unlawful advantage.
Examples:
Bribery scandal. Vulnerable to bribery. He is currently under accusation of fraud and bribery.
Policymaker.
A person in charge of or involved in developing action plans for a political party, business, etc.
Examples:
Education policymaker. Regional policymaker. Policymakers struggle to develop various laws and regulations to address international trade conflicts.
Legalize.
To make something lawful or permissible according to the legal system or established laws.
Examples:
legalize marijuana, legalize same-sex marriage. Several states legalized sports betting after the Supreme Court's ruling.
Commandment.
A divine rule, especially one of the Ten Commandments, an order or law given by authority.
Examples:
violate a commandment, a religious commandment. He was punished because he contravened a commandment of God.
Instinct.
An inborn behavioral pattern that is often responsive to specific stimuli, an innate feeling that causes you to act or believe that something is true.
Examples:
instinct for self-preservation, aggressive instinct. When faced with a dangerous situation, his initial instinct was to flee.
Corrosive.
Having the ability to corrode or erode a material or substance, causing damage or deterioration over time, harmful or destructive.
Examples:
corrosive substance, corrosive effect. The corrosive acid ate away at the metal pipes.